It's time to meet the starting five for your Atlanta Hawks. At forward, 6'10", number 14, Miles. At center, 7'1", number 2, Derek Lively. At forward, 6'6", number 15, Vince. At guard, 6'7", number 1, LaMelo. At guard, 6'2", number 12, Salma.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Williamson out there with Klingon. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard. And for the Hawks, we've got Derek Lively. Buzelis out there with Carter. Then it's Morant. And it's Vaughn in at the shooting guard position. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching. Kevin. You know, I always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. You've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Free throw good, Sexton. Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Morant with the bucket.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
10 seconds.
Atlanta on D. The shot by Williams, no good. Here's Ball. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
And there's never been a question about LaMelo's handles. There's a lot he can do with the ball in his hands.
Williamson outside. Floats one, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Morant drives in, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, it's just so tough to contain Morant. Even with the defender right into him, he is still able to score.
Now here's Williamson. With the floater, and it's blocked. Morant with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morant's got 7.
Wow. When Morant is hitting the three, he becomes basically unguardable.
Here's Sexton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's great execution. They take advantage of a high percentage look.
Ball against Sexton. Ball no good. Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Williams passes to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Klingon, and it's Klingon with the jam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
It's Vince Carter on the wing. Pass the ball. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jump.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Sexton. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Pass to Klingon. Now Williamson. And he makes good on the layup. Williamson's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the idea of a guy the size of Zion pulling off a move like that is frightening.
It's Morant with the drop. Can't get it to fall.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And Sexton slams it in.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closer. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
Stolen by Ball. Floats it up there for Morant. Williams with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Sexton. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Carter. Ball with a wide open look. It's tipped.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Stolen by Ball. Here's Carter. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for Toronto. They trail by 1. It's tipped. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Williams. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Gillespie. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Coach, at this stage of the season, are teams' identities that well-defined?
Well, Kevin, they better be. If you don't have an identity at this point, I don't know how you're going to get one. Look, you're going to improve in whatever you do as the season goes on, hopefully. But your identity by now should be firmly established, what type of team you are and want to be. Teams that don't have that, they're in trouble.
Christie against Sexton. Boom, he jams it straight down. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Toronto trailing. Here's Abdur-Rahim. Pass to Klingon. To the inside. Here's Sexton. It's deflected, and he stays with it. Another shot, and he makes that one. Sexton's got 8 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Sexton, the pass to Williams. Back to Sexton. Klingon, the screen for Sexton. Just 4 to shoot. From 15 feet away, got a hand on it, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Hawks have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Ellis, right side.
Clearly a foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Hawks. Raptors moving the ball around. Pass to Boston. The shot from 20 feet away. He gets that one.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And here is Williams. Ellis left side. Back to Williams. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Ellis. Second shot opportunity. To the middle. Intercepted. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. All going up court. That one goes. Count it. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Gets it off. Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And, guys, has been the driving force for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Williamson, and it's Boston in at point. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And the Hawks making a change here. Ball's checked in.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Lays it up off the glass. Ball's got 6.
And Ball is a walking highlight reel, especially when he's got the ball in his hands.
Poked away. Morant with the steal. Boston grabs the miss. Raptors trail by 3. Stolen by Ball. For Atlanta, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Atlanta. Christie comes in for Ball. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Here's Williamson. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
His first, team first.
Here's Boston, guarded by Morant. Pass to Boston. Christie against Williamson. To halt the run. Here's Christie. Scoreless thus far. Here's Abdul-Rahim, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Buzelis. This is his first free throw of the game.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Carter, and Vince Carter with the slam.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Wow, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that 2nd foul.
Norman Powell's checked in for Vince Carter. Here in the 2nd quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And the shot is good. Boston's got his 2nd basket of the night. Atlanta leading by 5. Morant with it. He's got 11. Powell for 3, and Klingon pulls it down. Pass to Boston. It's blocked. Now Buzelis cans it from downtown. Ellis has got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Powell, the pass to Morant. 4 on the clock. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Morant about an 11 there?
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Raptors trail by 10. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guy.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bag.
So for the Hawks, Luke Cornett comes in for Bruce Ellis. And it's Ellis in for John Morant. Atlanta on D. The defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And it's Williamson missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Loads it up for Williamson. That's tipped.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Lively. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
His first team's fourth. Raptors substitution.
1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Sexton. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Williams. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Gillespie. To the paint. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Atlanta making some changes. Ilgauskas is checked in for Derek Lively. Okogie comes in for Powell. And Ball subbed in for Christie. The open look here for Sexton. Off target from outside.
Yeah, a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Ellis kicks to Ilgauskas. Fast break Toronto. Here's Williams. And again, no good by Toronto.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Raptors. 6-point game. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Klingon. Here's Gillespie. 5 to shoot. Sexton for 3. Drops in the tray. Sexton's got 11 points.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton. Launching quickly.
Carter against Sexton. And it's Carter penetrating, and the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Right.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Atlanta Hawks.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish your tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Taking a look at the Hawks, they've had some hiccups early on, but I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they could easily mount a challenge for the top spot before it's over.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The Hawks leading by 5. Carter is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Ball in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Morant with the steal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Morant is so athletic, and he finds himself at the free throw line a lot.
As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Here's Ball. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Ball with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Got a piece of it. Carter for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Sexton the pass to Williamson. And it's good, 2 points. Williamson's got 6 in the quarter.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Team seconds.
Now here's Morant. And Carter has it in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Gillespie. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. LaMelo Ball picks one up. The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
He hits the second from the line. The Hawks leading by 4. He lobs it up and finished off by Lively.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Morant with the steal. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Christie's checked in for Cook. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. Toronto working the ball around now. Inside. Here's Williamson. Nails the baby hook. Williamson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And it's Ball penetrating. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Williamson outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
Now here's Williams. Following the miss by John Morant. And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, once Zion is rolling, good luck stopping him.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Christie the pass to Morant. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Pass to Boston. Back to Williamson. And Lively pulls it down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Down low, here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. For the Hawks, Ilgauskas is checked in for Derek Lively. Luke Cornett comes in for Bruce Ellis. And it's Ellis in for John Morant. Williams against Christie. Ellis outside. This one for 3. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 4. And Williamson throws it down.
And they're just giving it to Zion and letting him go to work. Not a bad game plan, if you ask me.
Here's Ball. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Raptors trail by 4. There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. Here's Williamson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Now here's Ellis. Outside ball. There's 1:34 left in the third. Cornette, it's good. The assist that time from Ball. Cornette's got 6.
And Ball is a proven distributor. He's got a real talent for spotting the cracks in the D.
Back to Williamson. Pass to Gillespie. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ball. Finished off the break. Ball's got 8 points in the quarter. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And here are the Raptors now. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. Atlanta making some changes. Okogie's checked in for Luke Cornette. Carter comes in for Christie. Lou Williams is subbed in for Ball. The Hawks leading by 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Raptors substitution. Number 30. ATL.
On defense, Toronto, and then Carter with the dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Boston, to the middle.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Carter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Atlanta, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That's good from Carter.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Boston. Out to the wing. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Atlanta bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Zion Williamson. And it's Bona in at the 5 spot. Here's Mobo. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks leading by 7. Here's Carter. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Atlanta making a switch here. Lively's checked in.
Derek Lively.
Here's Boston. Guarded by Morant. Knocked loose. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Raptors trail by 9. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Williams gets the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Williamson. Here's Bona. That three off the mark. The Hawks leading by 8. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Williamson against Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Over Williamson. Williamson with the block.
Such a powerful denial. Zion wanted that shot completely erased.
Ball's checked in for the Hawks. And Toronto also making a switch. Gillespie's checked in. Here's Williamson. Rebounded by the Hawks. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And that one's good. Morant. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
A shake, and then Carter with the jam.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Ball kicks to Carter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here.
Team first. Substitution on the court.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Atlanta. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And Toronto has possession. Pass to Sexton. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat. Williamson in the post. It's good. Williamson's got 25 points in the game.
Well, Zion's so hard to deal with inside, and he'll make the right play almost every time.
Pass to Lively. Morant outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Donovan Clingan.
Some guards are absolutely fearless working inside, and Morant very high on that list.
And he sinks the second. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
A nice shot by Carter.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Now here's Williamson. To the inside. Here's Gillespie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
First one falls for him. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks leading by 13. Williams looking around. Ilgauskas a screen on Sexton. Williams dishes to Ilgauskas. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Sexton for 3. It's hauled in by Cornette.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
1:31 left in the fourth. Ellis outside. 6 on the shot clock. Now here is Ilgauskas. He's covered closely, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Raptors trail by 13. Williamson left side. And Williamson throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. We can feel those Zion dunks over here.
Atlanta's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Hawks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
And the turnover again by Atlanta.
Substitution on the court.
And the Raptors with the ball. It's a 13-point game. And here's Dooley. Here's Boston. Kept alive. Here's Bona. And that one is hammered home. 11 seconds left in the game. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The throw good, Lou Williams.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, we present the player of the game, Ja Morant.